Live from Gahanna, WGLH-TV presents Lincoln Live with Jackie Graham and Aubrey Tomsick.
Today, putting up your guard, Lincoln students learn to defend themselves.
It took the varsity football team exactly one play to flex its muscles, highlights, and reactions.
And a common occurrence at the Lincoln High School, celebrating culture.
Lincoln Live starts now.
Good morning, Lincoln. I'm Aubrey Tomsick.
And I'm Jackie Graham. Hey, Aubrey, do you know what month it is?
It's finally October and fall.
Yes, which means pumpkin spice, apple picking, sweaters, Halloween, and more Sunday football.
I'm so excited. And speaking of football, our own varsity football team is still undefeated.
The Lions took on the New Albany Eagles Friday night, and on the game's first play from scrimmage, Dior Hubbard goes 80 yards for the Lincoln touchdown. Hubbard also had 3 touchdown runs and 65 yards, and Dior ran for 252 yards.
The Lions defense came up with multiple fourth down stops, and Gahanna knocks off New Albany 20-7 to move to 7-0 this season. But they know there's still a lot of work to do.
I feel really good. I feel happy. I'm proud. I'm really proud because we put a lot of work in and a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of sweat, blood, and tears into this. So I'm just really proud of my guys and happy that we're 7-0 and we're just gonna keep it rolling, baby. Go Lions!
In this conference, with the teams we play, 7-0 is great, but our opponents are going to get a lot better, especially in the playoffs. So we just got to keep grinding because it's only going to get harder.
The Gahanna Lions are local superstars. The senior cheerleaders and football players went to the 92.3 WCLO radio show to preview the game against New Albany. They had friendly competition with the New Albany cheerleaders by playing trivia games and battling with chants. It was a fun experience for them to be on iHeartRadio, and they would love to do it again. Good luck to both the cheerleaders and football players Friday for senior night.
October is Depression Awareness Month. It is very important that this month you increase your understanding of what this awareness month means, help decrease stereotypes, and educate others. Student Council highlights this month and other important dates by decorating the glass walls in the hallways. We talked to Student Council member Lily Rezick to learn more about important dates coming up. Here she is.
This month is Depression Awareness Month, and we wrote this on the windows in the courtyard in L Building. We also have other dates. So the first month of October is Mental Illness Awareness Week, and then there are other days in October that we are still going to add. And then we update this every month just so everybody knows to prioritize their mental health and so that everyone is aware of the specific days.
Thanks, Lily. The female students at Gahanna Lincoln are in better preparation for defending themselves.
They took a class last Wednesday with the wrestling coach and local police staff on ways to assess situations and how to prevent themselves from being victims.
Our very own Brielle Jackson has the story. Here she is.
Watch your surroundings, pay attention to what's around you, and stay together are all things that young women have heard in regards to staying safe. There are several risks and dangers out in the world, so being able to defend yourself is extremely important.
I think it's important that women and girls, they learn how to defend themselves because in this day and age, there are a lot of people who are threats. Girls alone, especially, are a big target. It's almost inevitable that if it does happen, that you know how you're properly prepared and you know how to do what you need to do.
It's good to know how to defend yourself in case you need to, so you don't end up in a situation you can't get out of.
To you, this may look like a regular wrestling practice, but for several young ladies at Gahanna Lincoln High School, this is an opportunity to learn how to defend themselves.
One of the goals that we have in the division is to provide self-defense to students. We had the opportunity here with the coach today, being in the girls' wrestling room and having the girls' wrestling team, along with some of their friends, that they invited to come in and do the class with us also.
A good place to teach this, again, in a high school for girls that may need it, whether you're going off to college, away from home, those kind of things. Thought it was a good skill set for young ladies to have.
And it is. But commonly, self-defense is thought of as a physical skill set to protect yourself. But actually, even before a physical altercation occurs, it is about the preventable steps leading up to a situation that are emphasized by defense professionals.
Self-defense is, as everybody thinks of it, is the physical aspect of defending yourself, and that's actually a very small part of it. So of the 2 hours of time that we worked, we probably worked an hour of what awareness is, what personal space is, how to control our personal space, how to keep somebody backed away, when to understand that they may be targeting or interviewing us to see if we're a victim or what would be an opponent. Criminals will go through a process of selecting a victim out of a crowd, and we talked about what that process is and how they determine who a victim is in a crowd and how not to be that person. And then if they choose us, what we can do to afford our safety, to better our safety, to gain a moment to escape and to avoid the interaction or altercation altogether.
Avoiding situations altogether is always the goal. No matter what age, gender, or size you are, you can take the steps to help protect yourself and not be a victim. This is Brielle Jackson for Lincoln Live.
Thanks, Brielle. Hey, Aubrey, guess what? There's another fall lover in the studio today.
Oh, that's right. Hey, Grace, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great now that it's spooky season.
Oh, yes, I'm pumped too. What do you have for us today?
Well, the Learning Differences College Fair is coming up October 5th from 6 to 7:30 in the cafeteria. The main goal for this event is for students with learning disabilities to go around and look at different colleges, but the fair is open to everyone. Each college will have student representatives in order for students to ask questions, especially about their additional help in classes and what accommodations they have for certain needs. Be sure to check it out. Hispanic Heritage Month recognizes the contributions and influences that Hispanic Americans have had in relation to history, culture, and achievements in the United States. This history and culture means a lot to many Gahanna students. We talked to a few of them to get their thoughts about what Hispanic Heritage Month means to them. Here they are.
To me, being Hispanic and a part of the heritage is important because, it's learning about, your culture, but also just your family in general.
To be Hispanic, I think it's very important to me. I grew up here in Ohio, and I think it's just very special to me to embrace what I guess my ancestors had. I just want to be able to carry that on and be able to remember and carry on that legacy.
I did this display this month because I think it's important to recognize all students at Gahanna Lincoln High School, and they're also represented in the books we have in the library. So if you're interested in any of them, you can stop by and check them out.
Thanks. Remember, if you want to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month in your own way, head down to the library. Well, that's all that I have today. Back to Aubrey and Jackie at the news desk.
Thanks, Grace. I'm loving your fall fit.
Thank you. It is fall, y'all.
Well, Lincoln, we are at the end of our show.
But first, here's a clip of the band's halftime show from Friday.
We'll see you all again tomorrow.
Bye!
Well.